Okay, so this is part 2. So we have Feeny over here eating, and we have Tristan hopping around. And basically, I just want to make clear that all of these, the leaves are artificial, and I have them on the outside of the cage. Everything is zip tied. You could get the zip ties, let's see here, you could get the zip ties from on Amazon or at like Michael's, Joann's. They may even have them at like a dollar store or whatever. I purchased some from both Amazon, and I also found some at the local at a local dollar store. I was really lucky about that. And I got these as well at like Michael's, Joann's, and then the grape leaves that I have on the side, I ordered these from Etsy, and they were made in Italy, and they're really pretty. The light goes through them. Again, I don't want any of the leaves to go inside the cage, so I make sure that they are, on the outer side, excuse me, because Tristan will literally peck at anything and try to eat anything, fake or real. So, and when I first got these ones, although they are silks and whatever, I guess they were waterproofed and, probably for like wedding or something like that. They had a very strong odor, so I left them outside for like a week just to like air it out. And of course I clean everything with vinegar, every single branch, every, the dowels, everything that's in there. I live in New York, so we have mold because we're, surrounded by water. So like those branches in there, the trees, everything. I usually I use regular vinegar. I know some people use apple cider vinegar. It probably doesn't make a difference, but I use vinegar. And what I do is I wipe it down with vinegar, and I kind of soak it with vinegar, and I leave it overnight. I just leave the vinegar on it. And then the next day I wash it with like boiling hot water and really scrub it dry so I get everything off of it and they're totally clean. So this way everything goes into the cage. If there's any, diseases, like plant diseases or any other birds were on the branches that carry anything, then we won't have any issues. So at the bottom of the cage, the preview cage, we have this tray we take out to clean. And also the bottom of the cage has also a removable tray that's made out of the same wiring. That's covered with paper towel because my cordon bleu over here likes to walk on the bottom, and so it's just easier on their feet if they're walking on paper towel. And my orange cheek, as you can see, is in his little bed. See my baby. And so he like I said has a foot and leg issue. So as a result, he'll slip through the little, the bottom grates. And actually, I have this skinny dowel that you see there at the bottom, specifically for that reason, because he's not really comfortable walking on the bottom. And that little cap in there, that's his little water cap that he bathes in, which he already took his bath, so there's really no water in there. But the dowel is like kind of right above it, so he feels safe getting in there. And this clear one, that glass, is for my cordon bleu, but again, he took his bath too, so we still have 2 more days before I clean the cage. I tried to, I was going to make this green, the doorway for them, because they couldn't find their way inside for hours, but so just disregard that. Okay, so over here we have the night light, and this goes on when it gets dark, and I just safety pin this on the side here so it's removable. And also just so you know that those little those little dowels I have over there also, they're also zip tied as well. So everything's zip tied, facing outwards. So this way there's nothing that my finches will get caught on. Okay, so now this water dish that I put inside there, that's from their old cage, because that plastic one, both of them had a problem kind of landing on it. So I zip tied this little wooden, thing that they can land on, but they could climb inside the bowl. Whereas with water, they don't have that. They don't have that option. So I zip tied, as you can see, this right here. I zip tied the water, just so they have an additional water in there. And then, they have the water over here, but I put the smaller one in there because the cage only came with the 2 large ones, and they weren't using the large ones at first because they were kind of unfamiliar with it. They just started using this one actually today, so that's after